Do one more time. I didn't.
Normal Canada, and then what's your name? You probably already seen it. Yeah, you're good.
Let me snapshot that. It didn't come out that well. I need a.
Okay.
Perfect. Resident individual pass, $83.25. That's for the single, one adult or one child, $83.25. Family residence, household of 5, $197.50. Additional family members, $46.75. 10 visit pass, $52. It's a snapshot that fellow community can you 150 for 50%, and that'd be at fellow community swimming 2019 pool rental forms, scheduling season form rental forms. That's Vaughn Hernandez and Bonnie, and custody garbage and water and sewer for all the administrative business license, UBI license, and it's City Hall, Moses Lake and City Hall administration out here in fellow Washington, and Mr. Dano, Garth Dano, and Jennifer, prosecutor afraid out here in Moses Lake, Washington. Swimming pool, Dick Dean, and also Sophie administration, which she's replaced with a new mayor. This is the new form of 2000 form, schedule of season pass, and that's $14 million for the asphalt laid out in Freda C Street. Thank you, it works. Now this is the Aquatic Center. Aquatic Center Water Sewer Aquatic Center. And the condensation for the water bill. For the water bill for the water tower is in the back down. He arrested you. The only sheriff. He just called State Patrol office. And this is the State Patrol office that's been dropped off at City Hall here in Othello, Washington, with the water towers. Mrs. Bonnie and Yvonne Hernandez scheduling for the forms for the swimming. And this is Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, U.S. Andy Miller is prosecutor of Benton County. Sean Saint is prosecutor of Pasco. Mr. Falcris, prosecutor of Spokane. Now, Andy Miller, contact 1-509-735-3591. Fax is 519-736-3066. Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, U.S. Andy, A-N-D-Y, dot Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R, at CO dot Benton, B-E-N-T-O-N, dot W-A dot United States of America, U.S. 509-735-3591. It's on YouTube, Facebook, and also the 180 apps, media apps, attached down to the YouTube, Facebook, and that's Dano, Garth Dano, prosecutor of Alfredo, Washington, Moses Lake area, and also the community services they have over at the recreational activity in Moses Lake, and also the police station. It's on YouTube, Facebook, on Streamline. Same City Hall, 411-401. I'll come around there. As you see the water tower in the background, it says Fellow Washington. They have a for the Aquatic Center, they have swimming lessons. Age groups from 1 to 18 years old. And they have a program. Mr. Bon Hernandez at 500 East Main Street, Othello, Washington City Hall. And they got another program that's Bonnie in City Hall, 500 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. You got forms to be filled out. Banquet Party Hall, Restaurant, Bar, Motel. Reservations, party hall, and also the liquor license permit. You can get that online, or you come in person. In City Hall and have it filled out properly. As you can tell, those forms that can be filled out here at the recreational, at the swimming pool for your swim meets, and your gatherings, and your activities. And that is Freda Courthouse. Cheesecake is good for you. Freda Court, that's Jennifer. And also Dano. And that's Garth Dano, prosecutor, and Andy Miller, CO, Benton, Washington, 509-73535. 7122 West Okanagan Place. Building A, Kennewick, Washington, 99336. Convention Center. Convention Center at Washington State University. Convention Center at Spokane. They also have the Lions on Lions Motel, the Red Lion on 20th in Pasco, Washington Convention Center. Anyways, the integrated services and processing plant Moses Lake and also in Othello, Washington are merged with agencies that are all planned that the administration office has a portfolio. You come in and get served and processed. You're stepped into a facility, an agency, and you process your information right on the laptop and also on the server desktop, which is connected to the services when you go to 500 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. Statute of limitation expired, and also they're charged with a murder and also premeditated murder on top of that. Administration office has nothing to do with none of them, and they're served in separate ways right when they come to the office. And they don't even own the property. They have Nageli gossipers walking around here saying they own the property and they don't even own it. They come in face to face into the office, the prosecutor's office, judges, Superior Court, District, Municipal, and also the Washington State Patrol is en route. Serve police officers, judges, bailiffs, mayors, undersheriff, and also the children that are involved in the corporation with their investigation. You got arson, you got, of course, drug paraphernalia, open container, MICs, minors in possession, minors in possession, minors in consumption. Revoked driver's license, 1 count, 2 count, 3 count, 4 count, 5 count, 6 count, 7 count, all the way 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20 counts of without driving license. driving a vehicle, and also possession of methamphetamine or heroin, crank, methamphetamine, marijuana in your household and distributing it, either delivering it by pizza or delivering it by Chinese food, or you're delivering it by any kind of state ordinances, would you call as over the state lines, over the state borders, and anywhere in the area of close to Oregon over the state borders, infraction to a federal affidavit classification on a so forth. The processing plant don't have no the Superior and District Municipal Court, and also the federal court process has a processing, and processing has a receiving unit where they do your intake service, and they stops anybody from liquidate the situation about who you are, what you do, and where you're at, and what judge and Superior Court judge, District Court judge, commissioner does, and also the administration officer in federal court and the chief of police of either Othello, Moses Lake, Kennewick, Washington, Richland, Washington, Pasco, Washington, Seattle, Washington, Tacoma, Washington, and also Seattle, Tacoma, and also Olympia, Washington. Secretary of State has a UBI numbers effective of the accurate identity, annual reports, initial reports, and also total amount of inquiry of manifest record of your abstract record, your driver's license. Ever since you get your driver's license, and ever since you got a credit card, checking account, and you swipe your credit card, first and last name of destination where you're at, where you run to, what activities you do, what aquatic centers, what scores you have, whole 9 yards. Social Security number, Social Security office, whole 9 yards. Fuck you looking at? On your cardiovascular program, where you have protein, high carbohydrates, and also a cheesecake is very effective for vitamin D, and vitamin D provides egg whites in your protein amino acids intake service for your high carb and higher carbohydrates for your swimming, and also your long distance running, and also your baseball. Since you be a pitcher, you're a pitcher, you run a lot, you pitch the balls a lot, all the way till 9 innings, over 9 innings, or a double hitter or a triple hitter. So you got to be real athletic and respondent in your dexterity and your quickness of your intake service, so you can work it off, sweat it off, bench press, incline, barbell, dumbbell curls, barbell curls, squat rack, lunges, leg extensions, leg curls, lunges, front and back rowing machine, bicycle, speed bike, cardiovascular bike, baseball. Remember the pitching mound, you got to set the duration, pitching, fast pitch, slow pitch, curveball, and then that's not easy. People think it's easy, but you got to sit there for 9 or innings or either a triple header, and you got to make sure your arm is not, your arm sockets are not damaged, and then you're able to strike out as many opponents, strike out as many batters, pop fly and catch all the batters out. And on the ERA report, and your basketball, your 3.2 point shot and your layups, and also your recovers and your steals, and your long distance running, make sure that your times are accurate and quick. And make sure you have your time lapse when you pass people, your time lapse, that you don't pay attention to that. You just pay attention to the time. You pay attention to time, speed on your 50-yard dash, 100-yard dash, and your accuracy for your lunges. A lot of pull-ups and a lot of push-ups and a lot of sit-ups. The duration of doing with the Aquatic Center cardiovascular program. You probably have no time to rest. You have no time to recoup or sleep. Actually, you only get 1 hour, 3 hours. You only get 1 hour, 3 hours of sleep. Now we're gonna fill a water jug in the Aquatic Center. We're gonna probably pass the basketball around, warm up, and get ready for the baseball field. The baseball field has a pitching mound, and then we got a recurve mound, and then we got some lines and chalks, and also a excavationist that comes in on the land and partakes on their bullshit. He did. There it is. We don't allow gangbangers on the court.
At 3:30, she's gonna pick me up so I can go to JQ and get a haircut. Come on, bro. It's expensive. Girls are fabulous hair. It takes time to go to fabulous hair. I'll just 80 on the side. But I'm gonna show you the haircut I'm gonna get. Because my barber that I go to can do any haircut. I'm gonna get one.
We don't allow gangbangers or any Puerto Ricans, Chinese, Philippines. President China, that's Suzuki. President Putin and Russians. Putin's son, he's open casket at Kennewick, Washington. Driving around in the back of a vehicle. And then Snoop Dogg's best friend is dead. He's dead now. And look at him. It says first team 188-254-6677. And Snoop Dogg's army buddy, he's dead too. Look, it says 188-84667. It says Michael Jackson, that's LaToya and Janet Jackson. It says first time cover letter, Anna Snake, and also the Ninja Motorcycle 1000. And it says first team. We don't allow gangbangers, Puerto Ricans, or the administration office, the president of China, administrator, Russian Putin. And they're dead. This ain't their backboards, ain't their court either. We don't allow any of these pussies in here. Police officers, U.S. Marshals, Office Administration Office, bailiffs, Taylor, and also U.S. Taylor, and Mr. Kennedy. And they're all coming on the property, say they own it. They don't even own the property. And that's across the street is Bleachers. And also the bleachers and portfolio they got in the tennis courts. And then in Mexico, over on this Mexico, you don't even know Mexico. You don't know Mexico. You don't know Arizona, Texas. Now look over here. The backboards and nets are freshly put on there for the WABs and jab fitness and wetbacks, and also the kamikaze and the Muslims and ISIS. The diamond mine shaft. There you go. And none of the guys that come out of the vehicles and police cars that runs off. They jump in the truck and drive around with Mexican Confederate flags that didn't belong to theirs around here. He did. They talk all that shit and they run around. He did. He did. So any private school in the sector in Harvard University, Stanford University, and Kadia Rice testified that Putnam's son is dead. Mr. Snoop Dogg, administration office, Mr. Dogg is dead. And he wants to make a Michael Jackson, he wants to make a roller coaster just like Fresno Blackstone. He wants to dedicate to Snoop Dogg administration office, but you know what? We'll put a headstone out and put your hat on the head flap. Now we're gonna put a natural monument figure right here. The Felix Barilla right here. Mr. Tillman from Arizona State, and Senator McCain made it. We'll put it right there. We'll tear it down just like Twin Towers. Put a figure of Felix Barilla right here. Any of these bitch pussies that weighing at 500, 600 pounds won't even come get some. This circle could represent December 2nd, December 3rd. Was attacked at 1344 East Main Street from the bowling alley. Chief police officer at the Cedar Street just went in front of his yard, knocked on his door and said that Microsoft and the Microsoft laptop don't even belong to you. Their eyeball, the eyeball's missing. That police officer, that Puerto Rican lady's eyeball's missing. It's on the ground there. Yeah. Now we'll go over to Mexico side. Go visit the administration of President Mexico, Venezuela, Brazil, and also Colombia. And we're gonna sit there and YouTube and Facebook. This motherfucker beat up on everybody. Mexico 0. United States 1. United States 2, Mexico 0, 3, USA 3, immigrant 0, 4, USA 4, immigrant 0. China 0, USA 1. Choke. You choke, you suck. 2. China 0, 2. You choke again. Get the fuck out of my United States. Fuck out of here. Fuck communist. You want Gene out here. Now, we're going to move on to the other side. This is the United States versus third countries on the side. It's only walking distance. It's actually 3 feet from my back door. You just unload a clip and you come back outside and lower them in the casket. You got these pussy cops driving a city vehicle around that doesn't even belong to them. It says Cenex fuel cards on it. Prioritized service for Stratford and also Pasco, Washington, where all the guns got spilled on Highway 395 and Spokane exit. And then we got the Mormons over here. See the Mormons? I said I want each Mormon to beat the fuck out of any immigrant that comes around me. And look at they're excited. They're so excited. They took the officer in the back and they took pictures after he got beat up. We're on YouTube. Look at Streamline. Coming to you live. Andy Miller, CEO, Benton, Washington, US 509-735-351. Say, yeah, you're Catholic. You're Mr. Cepeda. Could you open the door, sir? Yeah, open the door, Mr. Cepeda. You're a murder con artist, just like Mr. Lopez from San Luis Obispo, Lopez Lake. Yeah, we're the mafia cartel, so we own everything. Yeah, we like homosexuals that come in and reunited like family members, they do. It happens all the time. You know, after the first time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, they go to prison and they face the really consequences of some guy's going to be ass fucking them in prison. And then coming in the community and punking them for everything they got because they're poor. But Mr. Obama got beat up because it wasn't his basketball. And that's white power for you.